Imagine this. It's 5 a.m. The world is silent. Everyone is asleep. But you are awake, building the future they will one day admire. Early mornings aren't just about waking up early. They're about waking up to your potential. They're about claiming the hours when the world is quiet, so your mind can grow, your English can improve, and your dreams can move closer. This episode reveals the 5 morning rules that can completely transform your life, your confidence, your English, your discipline, your focus, and your future. These rules are simple, but powerful. Follow them, and your life will rise. Ignore them, and your dreams will wait forever. Are you ready, dear? Are you? Rule 1. Wake up with purpose, not pressure. Waking up early is not the true power. Waking up with purpose is. When your eyes open in the morning, you are not simply starting a new day. You are stepping into a new version of yourself. Most people wake up because they have to. They have to go to work, have to study, have to deal with problems. But the people who change their lives, the ones the world remembers, the ones who rise from nothing to greatness, wake up because they want to. They wake up because they know mornings are the most powerful chapter of the day, a sacred space where dreams are built brick by brick. Think of Einstein, who often said that his greatest ideas came not during busy hours, but during quiet mornings when the world was still asleep, because morning silence is the birthplace of genius. Think of successful people in every field: athletes, writers, creators, leaders. They do not wait for motivation to magically appear. They create it by building a morning routine rooted in purpose. When you wake up and remind yourself, I am not waking up to survive, I am waking up to build, your entire energy shifts. You begin the day with strength instead of stress. Instead of rushing, you rise. Instead of reacting, you lead. The moment you open your eyes, tell yourself, this morning is my advantage. This morning is my opportunity. This morning is my secret weapon. Because the truth is simple. If you win the morning, you win the day. And if you win enough days, you win your life. Purpose is the engine that wakes champions before the sun. And when you choose purpose instead of pressure, even the hardest days become manageable. Your dreams become clearer, your confidence becomes stronger, and your life becomes something you are creating, not something that is simply happening to you. Rule 2. Move your body before the world moves you. Before the world demands your attention, before messages, problems, stress, and responsibilities try to pull you in every direction, you must take the first ownership of your day by moving your body. Morning movement is not just exercise. It is identity training. It is the act of telling your mind, I am in control, and telling your body, we are starting strong. Every successful person, from world-class athletes to CEOs to innovators, understands this. You don't move your body because you feel motivated. You move your body to create motivation. Think about people like Thomas Edison, who walked miles every morning to clear his mind before inventing. Or Steve Jobs, who took long early morning walks because he believed movement unlocked focus and creativity. Or Einstein, who said that walking helped him think more clearly than anything else. When your blood flows, your brain wakes up, your energy rises, your confidence activates. Most people start their day with worry, scrolling, rushing, or overthinking. But you will be different. You will start your day by strengthening your system from the inside out. Even 5 minutes of stretching, walking, or a basic warm-up acts like a switch that turns on discipline, clarity, and power. Movement tells your nervous system, today, we do not react, we take action. And when you take action early, you build momentum that carries you through the entire day. Movement breaks laziness. Movement crushes excuses. Movement unlocks the part of you that is ambitious, decisive, and unshakable. Because here's the truth. If you don't control your morning, the world will control it for you. If you don't command your body, your mind becomes weak. But when you choose to move, even when you're tired, even when you don't feel like it, you are training yourself to win battles that most people lose before 9 a.m. Your body becomes stronger, your mind becomes sharper, and your spirit becomes tougher. You are teaching yourself the most powerful mindset in the world. I do hard things, even when I don't want to. Every morning you move, you are not just exercising. You are building the foundation of the person you are becoming, and that person is unstoppable. Rule 3: feed your mind before the world feeds you. The first thoughts you allow into your mind every morning shape the entire direction of your day, your decisions, and ultimately, your destiny. Most people wake up and immediately expose their brain to noise, notifications, bad news, drama, scrolling, gossip, stress, and chaos. They start their morning by letting the world program them. But the people who rise above average, the people who achieve greatness, the people who transform their lives, they start the morning differently. They start by feeding their mind with intention, truth, growth, and strength. They understand that the mind is like a garden. If you don't plant powerful thoughts, weeds of negativity will grow automatically. That is why, every morning, even for just a few minutes, you must input something that expands you, calms you, inspires you, or challenges you. Read a page of a book. Listen to a motivational message. Study someone successful. Reflect deeply. Write your thoughts. Remind yourself of your goals. Anything that elevates your thinking puts you in a mental state that most people never reach. Einstein used to say that his greatest discoveries came not from information, but from imagination, meaning he trained his mind to think beyond limits every day. People like Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, Kobe Bryant, and even ancient philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca all practiced a morning mental ritual to sharpen their inner world before entering the outer world. When you feed your mind early, your focus strengthens, your decisions improve, your discipline increases, and your emotions stabilize. You become more patient, more aware, more confident, more intelligent, and more resilient. And slowly, without you noticing, you begin to think differently than your past self and differently than the people around you. You begin to operate at a higher level, a more centered level, a more powerful level. Feeding your mind in the morning is not just a ritual, it's a signal to your future that you are preparing yourself for greatness. It's telling the world, I build myself before the world tries to break me. It's telling your mind, I choose what enters. I choose what influences me. I choose who I become. Morning mind feeding is the construction of a stronger identity. And the stronger your identity becomes, the easier every goal feels, the clearer every challenge becomes, and the faster you rise. Because success will never come to someone with an empty mind, but it always comes to the one who programs their thinking with purpose. Rule 4: move your body to wake up your power. Your body is the engine of your mind, and when your body is asleep, your potential stays asleep. That's why the most successful, disciplined, high-performing people on earth start their day by activating their physical energy. They understand a simple truth. Motion creates emotion, and the moment your body begins to move, your brain lights up, your focus sharpens, your confidence rises, and your inner strength awakens. You don't need a perfect workout, expensive equipment, or a gym. You only need movement, any movement. Even 5 minutes of stretching, walking, breathing deeply, or simple exercises can completely transform your mental state. When you move your body early in the morning, you break the heaviness, the laziness, the brain fog, the tiredness, the emotional weight from yesterday. You shake it off. You reprogram your energy. Your blood flows. Your heart wakes up. Your lungs expand. And suddenly your mind becomes clear, sharp, and ready. Great thinkers like Aristotle walked while they taught. Steve Jobs walked when he needed clarity. Bruce Lee treated movement not as exercise, but as self-mastery. Even Einstein, during his long problem-solving sessions, would pause to walk, move, or pace because he knew physical motion unlocked mental breakthroughs. Why does movement matter so much? Because energy is everything. When you have energy, you can focus longer, study better, work harder, speak confidently, handle stress calmly, and face challenges with courage instead of fear. Low energy makes everything feel difficult, heavy, and impossible. High energy makes everything feel achievable, exciting, and clear. Morning movement is not about fitness. It's about transforming your state so that you step into the day feeling alive, strong, and unstoppable. It teaches your mind discipline. It teaches your heart courage. It teaches your body to obey your will. And the more you move each morning, the more you train yourself to live with power instead of passiveness, intention instead of reaction, purpose instead of weakness. Even on days when you don't feel like moving, moving anyway becomes a victory, a small act of self-control that builds massive self-respect. And self-respect is the foundation of lifelong confidence. Because every morning you choose to move, you are telling yourself, I have control. I choose strength. I choose progress. I choose the stronger version of me. And those tiny choices repeated daily create a future so powerful that even the old version of you won't recognize it. Rule 5. Feed your mind before the world distracts you. Your morning is not just the beginning of your day. It is the foundation of your mindset, your focus, and your destiny. And Rule 5 is all about protecting that foundation with intention. Before the world grabs your attention, before social media floods your mind with noise, before notifications pull you in 1,000 directions, you must choose to feed your mind with something that strengthens you, builds you, and aligns you with the person you want to become. Your morning is the most sacred time for mental nutrition because your mind is open, sensitive, and impressionable. It absorbs everything like a sponge. And if the first thing you feed it is chaos, drama, comparison, news fear, gossip, or useless distraction, you start your day with mental pollution instead of mental power. So, Rule 5 is simple but life-changing. Feed your mind something that nourishes you, not destroys you. This is the rule that world leaders, thinkers, and high achievers swear by. Elon Musk reads technical documents in the morning to focus his mind. Warren Buffett spends most mornings reading because he knows the quality of his decisions depends on the quality of his thoughts. Oprah starts her day with spiritual reading because she understands that clarity fuels emotional strength. Even Einstein absorbed inspiring ideas, scientific notes, and meaningful writing early in the day. Because a nourished mind is a creative mind. You must understand, your mind becomes what you consistently feed it. If you feed it fear, you will think fearfully. If you feed it negativity, you will behave negatively. If you feed it weakness, your actions will weaken. But if you feed it strength, clarity, discipline, and knowledge, your entire behavior, energy, and identity begin to reflect that power. So every morning, before you touch your phone, before you scroll, before you reply to anyone, choose something purposeful. Read one page of a book that inspires growth. It doesn't matter if it's about mindset, language learning, finance, leadership, philosophy, or personal development. Even one page a day is enough to reshape your thinking. Or listen to 5 minutes of a motivational speech, something that reminds you of your potential. Or listen to English audio that trains your ears and expands your vocabulary. Or write in a journal, one thought, one reflection, one goal for the day. It doesn't have to be perfect. It only has to be intentional. Because the power of the morning is not about quantity, it's about quality. You're rewiring your mind to start strong, think clearly, and act with purpose. And the best part? The impact of this rule compounds. One day of feeding your mind positive input helps you feel motivated. 1 week makes you feel more focused. 1 month improves your confidence. 3 months changes your thinking patterns. 6 months changes your personality. 1 year changes your entire life. You will think differently, speak differently, react differently, and carry yourself differently. People around you will notice the change. You will feel more grounded, more intelligent, more composed. Because the mind you feed is the mind you live with. And here is the truth. Most people wake up and immediately flood their brain with noise. Messages, problems, stress, comparison, news, gossip. They begin the day already behind, already mentally exhausted, already overwhelmed. But you are choosing the opposite. You are choosing to start your morning with power, not panic. With intention, not distraction. With growth, not garbage. This is what separates the average from the exceptional. This is the mental discipline that turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. People who create, build, innovate, inspire, and lead. By controlling what your mind consumes in the first moments of the day, you are taking control of your entire life. Because when your mind is fed with strength, your actions become strong. When your mind is fed with clarity, your decisions become precise. When your mind is fed with inspiration, your day becomes productive. And when your mind is fed with purpose, your life becomes meaningful. So tomorrow morning, when your eyes open, when the world is still quiet, when your mind is fresh, make a choice. Don't feed your mind with noise. Feed it with power. Because the moment you take control of the first thoughts of your day, you take control of every thought after that. And the person who controls their mind controls their future.